I don't think there's anything in the Indian economy that's worrying the market. In fact, as far as the Indian economy is concerned, the market is very reassured by our fundamentals and by our reform agenda. What is happening on the other hand is that emerging market funds are actually facing a fair bit of redemption pressure, and so they are selling across the board across emerging markets. And I have obviously checked with market participants today as to where the selling has been coming from, and a lot of the selling has been coming from these emerging market funds that are facing redemption pressures. And so when they start to sell, they sell across all emerging markets, and that's what's affecting India. As soon as this stabilizes, I think people will once again recognize that India is in fact very well positioned for the future, that the reform agenda is solidly on track, and we will once again see capital flows and once again see a positive trend in the markets.
But 66.74 and really a very sharp fall since August 11th from 64 to 66.74. Is that something that has the RBI and the government worried? Are we looking at any interventions from the RBI anytime soon?
Currency prices are set by market forces, and it's obviously a process of buyers and sellers finding a price, and that has to happen in an orderly way. As far as the government is concerned and the RBI is concerned, our responsibility is to ensure that this adjustment process, this price setting happens in an orderly way without too many dislocations, and that's really what we are focused on right now, is that this be a smooth, orderly adjustment process. But of course, with the yuan coming down as much as it has, and with other emerging market currencies also coming down, it's but natural that the rupee will also come down and come down to a lower price level. At the same time, as you know, the dollar is strengthening, first because the Fed is likely to raise interest rates sometime this year, as well as the fact that it is considered a reserve currency, a safe haven. So under those circumstances, with emerging market currencies drifting downwards, the dollar strengthening, it is a very natural thing for the rupee to find a new price level.
But Mr. Jayant Sinha, how's North Block looking at the real value of the rupee versus the dollar? Where do you expect this to come and settle?
Again, when you use the term depreciation, the rupee, it is true it has depreciated against the dollar, but our trade and our competitiveness is against currencies around the world. And when you look at all the other currencies, whether it's the yen, the yuan, the euro, the ringgit, all these other currencies, you'll find that our currency is actually quite strong. So I wouldn't focus on the depreciation. I would focus on the competitiveness and the stability of the rupee, which I think are excellent right now. Again, as I said, it's the dollar that is actually strengthening against all the currencies in the world. That's really the phenomena that's happening. It's not that the rupee is weakening. So you've got to look at it the other way, not this way.
Before I let you go, Jayant Sinha, my last question to you, any message for the investors who really have suffered a very black Monday today?
Of course, you have to take a long-term view in these markets as an investor. India's economic situation, our position globally remains very favorable, very strong, and therefore I would tell everyone as investors, particularly to retail investors, that you should have a long-term view in these markets. It's a great buying opportunity. There are lots and lots of great companies on sale that you should examine, but please, don't take markets on a day-to-day basis. You have to have a long-term view as a retail investor, and you should recognize that India is very, very well positioned right now.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow, and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.